jadi, semua yang jadi, cerita sini habis ini, tak payah kau ngungkit lagi.
Hai, Assalamualaikum semua penonton-penonton di saluran YouTube Budiey Channel dan juga kepada anda yang sudi mendengar kita di Spotify. Selamat datang ke podcast Borak Sini Habis Sini. Kita ada tetamu istimewa pada hari ini, iaitu Haris Barber. Lama tak jumpa beliau. Haris, apa khabar?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Baik, Alhamdulillah, it's been so long as well, right?
Yeah.
Last time I met you, but thank you so much for having me. Truly appreciate it.
Ya, kita ada dengar jugalah berita-berita pasal you. I think 2-3 tahun lepas yang ni you nak buat comeback ke apa ke? Tiba-tiba nak anjurkan konsert.
Yelah,
So you di sebalik belakang tabir lah sekarang. Orang cerita. So tak nak buat konsert sendiri ke?
So basically kan, I think sebelum COVID memang I changed my management. Sorry for that. I changed management, changed labels and stuff. So of course the plan was to make the comeback. Tapi COVID came along, and I think bila COVID hit kan, for me I kena fly back to Sabah lah. If not, I would be stuck in KL kan. So I flew back to Sabah, and I think that's when everything literally slowed down for me lah. I was not able to fly back to KL juga to take any jobs, even though there were jobs coming in, tapi I was not able to take. So yeah, it was, I guess, maybe in a way a good break to be really with family back in Sabah lah. Yeah.
So, you are family man?
Yes, I am, definitely.
Haris, I think you dalam industri dah lama sebenarnya. Dan kita pernah juga mungkin ada 2-3 kali dekat anugerah ke mana-mana ke, I ada interview you. So you tak rindu ke suasana environment you yang dulu?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, I do miss acting, I do miss singing, but it takes a lot of hard work as well lah. Then, you know, as of now, like apa yang you cakap tadi, as of now, I'm really focusing on my events and concerts, because I started kat Sabah and I saw the opportunity untuk buat events and concerts kat sana, and then now dah expand to Singapore, KL. But eventually, insyaAllah, kalau ada rezeki untuk, you know, come back with a good job that can help me dengan help my company, then why not, insyaAllah.
Ya, yang penting you punya figure ataupun you punya gaya percakapan dia masih dulu lagi, tak berubah-ubah. Malah makin matang orang kata kan. So yang penting maintain lah. So apa rahsianya you maintain? Biasanya kalau dah berusia, bukan berusia lah, yang mungkin meningkat usianya, mungkin bila dah berkeluarga apa semua, ada yang berisi sikit. Betul. Tapi you maintain lah, ataupun you figure macam ni dari dulu ke?
Tak, actually to be honest, I've already gained weight tau. Sebelum ni I used to be really skinny kan.
Skinny gila.
But now if you see, I think my face dah tembam sikit, dah ada perut sikit. Tapi yalah, basically I've gained a lot of weight in this 1 year sebenarnya.
Yalah, Justin Bieber pun dia punya figure pun tak sama lah macam zaman anak-anak dia dulu.
I'm going to be 33 end of this year. I'm going to be 33 end of this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Cepatnya masa berlalu. Itulah. Okay, Haris, cakap pasal event you yang terkini dengan cerita you nak bawa salah seorang penyanyi antarabangsa lah yang kita kira kan.
Ya,
Akon. Apa dia punya lagu yang Haris suka sangat dengan Akon.
I see you whining and grinding.
Yang tu paling popular.
Yeah, there's a lot of, basically Akon he has a catalogue of Billboard hits lah, and sampai sekarang if you go mana-mana pun, a lot of places are still playing his songs. So I think he's very iconic and very unique for me to bring to Singapore dengan Malaysia lah.
Actually dah ramai penyanyi-penyanyi kita ataupun artis-artis kita yang dah bukan berhijrah tapi dah menukar haluan. Antaranya pernah datang ke podcast kita adalah Sufi juga macam you juga, tapi dia more to Indonesia, bawa artis-artis Indonesia.
So he focuses more on Malaysian and Indonesian artists.
I think dia pun successful lah juga kan.
Of course.
So benda ni boleh juga mendatangkan hasil yang lumayan. Tapi di sebaliknya mungkin ada susu galuh dia macam ada cabaran di mana tiket tak dapat dijual. So apa cabaran untuk Haris bawa artis-artis ni untuk konsert di Malaysia, Sabah?
So basically sebelum ni, when I did my first 2 concerts kat Sabah last year November lah. So I bawa Armada dengan Ungu dalam 1 bulan, and I think dengan Indonesian artists, I think it's easier to engage them lah. It's easier to engage them depending on their schedule. They are nearer kan. So I think the biggest challenge switching from Indonesian to American artists is of course America is very far away, and the main challenge for me for Akon is that it took me about 8 months juga.
Wow,
8
lama
months,
tu.
yeah. So the planning started this year January. And kita orang back and forth dengan Akon punya management, dengan my booking agent. So at first it was supposed to be October, then push to November, then dia push balik October, and then push back to November. So when this happens, kita orang kena, because Akon, okay, just to share, Akon akan pergi ke India, China, Nepal, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines. So Jiharis Entertainment, myself, is the only promoter yang doing 2 countries lah. So when they give you the month, and then of course you kena secure venue, kena secure dates. So when we submit the venue, submit the dates, and then if there's any changes, we have to find another venue, find another dates, atau venue yang sama tukar date. So bila date dia tak ngam dengan negara yang lain, then everything kena tukar lah. Yeah, so it's really a big challenge and difficulty, but alhamdulillah, because I think myself and my team, we work really hard for these 8 months. Kita orang really played very cool and very low, instead of telling people that okay, kita orang akan bawa this, bawa that, we are doing this and that. We just kept it between the team members, which is just like literally 3 to 5 people, and I think that's our style of working. And eventually this whole 8 months paid off, and now it's finally happening. So challenges dia memang banyak lah, dealing with an international artist, but it's a very fun and exciting journey for me lah. This is something really special for me, yang dari buat 2 Indonesian band last year November, and this year November doing an international A-lister in 2 countries. So I just want to share that this is just the start for me. InsyaAllah tahun depan memang kita orang dah plan untuk whole of 2025 to do not just more concerts and many more things, but we want to keep it low, cool, plan it out. Dah settle, dah lock, dah sign, boom, kita kasih lepas. Yeah.
Nanti jangan cakap macam bumbang pumpam, tapi
tak
end up
jadi,
tak jadi.
So that is a bit macam scary jugalah, when kita orang buat benda macam ni, and then takut what they call it in my language they call it nazar. I think in Malay is mata merah
Mata merah. Apa
so
tu?
we we want to avoid that lah. Macam mana nak cakap we don't want to macam announce say this, say that, and then tak jadi, so macam it hits back on us. So we just want to keep it cool, keep it low, do our work, and then release what we need to release.
Tak elok untuk reputasi lah kan.
I guess so.
Cakap cakap je lebih, tapi tak ada kan.
So that's what we want to avoid jugalah.
Tapi for me special lah Akon ni, sebab dia jarang datang ke Malaysia rasanya. And then one more thing, ramai yang merindui I think generasi yang
my
your generation, and then
kids. Sangat for 90s kids, personally for myself, I think he's so iconic lah. Like really grew up listening to his songs and then now also when I listen to his songs, memang brings back memories lah. So I just feel like Akon is very unique untuk Singapore dengan KL, Singapore and Malaysia, right?
Selain Akon ni, apa lagi yang you nampak pada beliau dan you kata ini harus ni, ataupun you pilih sekadar macam siapa artis mana ada je pakai rembat je terus, ataupun mungkin for you okay, kita bawa dulu Akon, and then lepas ni kita mungkin dengan kejayaan Akon ni akan memberikan profile you lebih tinggi. Betul. Untuk Jiharis.
Yeah, so it's not easy tau kalau when comes to international artists from America. This is my first experience, but before Akon, of course dengan my booking agent, kita orang ada list of artists tau. And then kalau kita nak panggil artis untuk one-off show, normally the artist don't do that juga, because unless if the artist is part of the tour, then senang untuk kita orang tarik diorang masuk Singapore ke Malaysia. Tapi untuk one-off show memang susah sikit. So when I got the list of artists from my booking agent, then I told myself, okay, Akon is there with a lot of other powerful names jugalah. Then I told myself macam for a first timer yang nak masuk Singapore dengan KL, and then sebelum ni I only did 2 Indonesian bands, so it is very important that I cari artis yang dia punya capacity pun ngam. So I'm planning to do at Megastar, which is 5,000 capacity. Kat Singapore is Arena at Expo Hall 7 dalam 6,700 capacity. So I told myself, I think Akon for a start for Singapore, Malaysia is strong, is iconic, and is a good start for me basically lah. Instead of bringing in other artists yang maybe bigger, then I kena bawa diorang pergi Axiata ke Indoor Stadium kat Singapore, which is more work and less experience for myself. So sebelum ni I dah handle the Indonesian bands, which is about 5,000 packs. So I think for me to be realistic, this is what I should go for. Instead of macam tamak ke, over ambitious nak terus pergi Axiata ke, Indoor Stadium. So let's focus on slowly building this up.
Timba pengalaman.
Jumping into something where I really don't have the experience, So it's really kena plan well and kena strategic lah. Kan?
So lokasinya di Megastar Arena.
Betul.
Sungai Wang, Kuala Lumpur.
Betul.
Pada
19 November.
19 November, lagi 2-3 bulan lagi.
So exactly 2 months lah.
2 months. Dan sudah pasti I rasa lah kan, generasi-generasi yang hidup di zaman 90-an memang akan teruja lah untuk beli tiket.
InsyaAllah.
Dan tiketnya boleh dibeli di
ticket2you.com.
ticket2you.com. Okay, ada beberapa kategori, harganya mungkin Aris nak wawarkan.
So today 18 of September, kita orang dah start.
Hari ni dah start?
Okay. 10 AM tadi kita orang dah start pre-sale registration.
Okay.
So siapa-siapa nak yang nak secure their tickets early, they can go to either Sistik for Singapore atau Ticket to You. They can register, and if diorang dapat link, diorang boleh beli, they can secure their tickets tomorrow lah, 19 September. So it will close today at 5 PM pre-sale registration. Siapa yang dah dapat link esok dah secure tiket insyaAllah. And then untuk general public sales 20 September 10 AM for the general public lah.
Ada promo ke kalau siapa-siapa nak beli awal?
Basically there's no promo. It's a standard price, but it's just that if you want to avoid not getting a ticket during general public sales, then you are able to secure your tickets today lah. So for Malaysia, ticket prices is for standing, there's 2 cats, 468 dengan 368, as well as sitting, 4 categories from 288 to 988. And I think the most expensive ticket untuk Akon kat Malaysia ni is 988, which I think is very reasonable. 988 for an international artist and A-lister, I think is very reasonable. Ada a few concerts yang I nampak which goes above 1,000. So we want to make it a nice range where Malaysians can afford, and the price pun not so competitive lah.
I think bukan saja Malaysia yang akan datang, mungkin ada negara-negara jiran yang minati Akon ni, malah Singapura, Indonesia, Thailand maybe akan terbang ke KL untuk menyaksikan Akon konsert nanti. Tentu dari segi jualan tiket, kalau yang mahal you kata 988 tu mungkin ada privilege ataupun meet and greet ke apa ke.
So
apa yang diorang dapat?
The management does not want to do meet and greet lah. So that is up to management, but of course for the VIPs we will give the special lanyards and all that, and of course there will be priority entry and a different line for the VIP card holders.
Dan sudah terpasti Haris tengah sibuk lah, dan juga you memang berdebar bila menantikan 2 bulan lagi untuk, yelah, kalau misal katalah tiket tu kurang memberansangkan, mungkin apa yang backup plan yang Haris akan buat?
So backup plan, we have a plan lah, but for now let's just focus on our ticket sales. InsyaAllah we'll see how it goes in the next few days. If things are not as planned, then we will start our backup plan, which I will announce only on Instagram much later lah.
Tapi jangan risau, sebab ramai orang kata media-media akan support, dan mungkin ada sidang media yang akan dibuat untuk membawakan benda ni kan. Sebab kita orang media dah dapat press release, cuma mungkin dia orang nak berjumpa dengan Haris ni, lama tak jumpa media-media, mungkin ada nak perancangan untuk together dengan media.
So Alhamdulillah, I think for my first concert ni yang kat Singapore and KL, I feel so thankful and grateful lah, yang sebelum ni memang I was in the entertainment line juga kan kat sini. So now that I'm doing my concerts, I'm thankful that I have strong partners on board, macam Astro, Era, Sinar, Hits, Mix, Raga. So I think it's something that is really strong and unique for me, and I get this support. And for press release, it's already out. Untuk press conference, insyaAllah kita orang akan buat juga before the concert, but it's more for myself and more for my company, Haris Entertainment, to really introduce myself and my company more on what's our plans for the future lah.
Bercakap pasal your baby ni, Jiharis, bila you tubuhkan?
Okay, so Jiharis, sebelum Jiharis Entertainment, kita orang we were called Jiharis Corporation lah.
Okay.
So we started in
Untuk
Sabah.
apa tu? Yang tu untuk entertainment or sebab
So
nama
basically,
corporation tu?
So it was just the name lah.
Oh, the
corporation.
name.
So this corporation, not only I'm doing the events, tapi I have my other business in Sabah as well that uses the company. So I told myself, okay, from corporation, since I'm already doing events dengan concerts kat Sabah, so it's good to change to entertainment so people understand what this company is about. So last year, 2023, I did my first event kat Sabah. The first Raya Expo lah basically. Sebelum ni kat Sabah, there are a few Raya punya event tapi small scale. So I was the first to be able to execute Raya Expo yang really big scale where banyak artis, banyak brand-brand besar, and then kita orang buat marketing yang really kuat, and we get a lot of orang from Sarawak and Brunei to come in as well. So alhamdulillah it was a huge success. Dia 13 hari punya event.
Bulan puasa lah
Yes, betul. So syukur alhamdulillah it was a huge success for Borneo Mega Raya Fest 2023. Then I went on to do my first macam makan minum fiesta. I called it Mari Makan Minum, and also sambutan yang really really strong. And then after that my 2 concerts lah. Last year November Armada Ungu, and then this year completed my 5th event Borneo Mega Raya Fest 2024. So even bigger, even better. And apa yang special is that I managed to tarik brands macam Rizman Ruzaini, Fiziwu, Idem, Fustan. So brands yang sebelum ni tak pernah masuk Sabah. So it was a very new it was very new for Sabahans to see these brands lah, and alhamdulillah it was a huge success as well. So bila I did my first event last year, I finished my 5th event on the same date. So exactly 1 year I completed the 5 events lah. And then next step is as a Singaporean,
tahun 5 event you buat.
Yeah, exactly. The date I started my first event.
Pandai
The same date that I finished my I did not. Tapi coincidence lah. So
kebetulan.
It's very memorable for me personally. Then as a Singaporean yang dulu based kat KL, I told myself, the next step is to expand to Singapore and KL lah. And alhamdulillah sebelum ni when I did my entertainment pun, I have my ex-managers on board and stuff kan. So they are the same people that on board my team now to help me with my marketing, and it's really thanks to them that the marketing for KL is really going good lah.
So I think drastic you punya perjalanan untuk Jiharis ni, I think macam wow, dah kira satu kejayaan lah. Sebab memang ada jatuh bangun, tapi macam you dah grow up from the macam you belajar, timba pengalaman, then cepat lah, then tiba-tiba this one is very big for me. Kalau nampak pun macam artis antarabangsa pun pastinya you menjalani banyak sekali prosedur apa semua kan. So dalam banyak perjalanan Jiharis ni, mungkin ada jatuh bangun yang you nak share, something yang mungkin ialah penonton-penonton pun boleh timba pengalaman. I think ramai nak jadi promoter juga ni. Promoter event. What's the challenging?
So to be honest, okay lah, doing events and concerts is, to me personally, I feel like it's natural for me. Sebab I think I'm passionate about it dari dulu. But it's really not easy. So it's not a one-man show. It's really teamwork and effort. So when I did my first 5 events kat Sabah, it was me, my wife and my manager Shah. So we were the 3 people that handled everything. Doing events yang handle logistics, shipping and all that is really not easy, but it was fun. And I guess a lot of people want to do events and concerts, but sometimes maybe they might not understand it. I'm not saying I'm pro tau. I'm still learning. Every day is still a learning process for me. But I guess it's been a very fun, exciting and sweet journey for me lah. That personally for me, yang I'm able to do this because I've had experience coming from this line, and now that I'm growing older, I guess this is the next thing that I want to explore lah. And I guess kat Sabah ni it was easier sebab kurang competition. And then bila nak masuk Singapura dan KL, memang everywhere, kiri, kanan, depan, belakang, atas, bawah competition. Right? So,
satu hari pun banyak event kan. Macam kita pagi, petang, malam, banyak. Festival sana, festival sini.
So
tapi memang Sabah tak banyak event-event yang sebegitu.
There's not much to be honest lah. There's not much to be honest. So I think when I did that, it was really something new for Sabahans lah. And then so coming to Singapore, KL, memang competition sangat kuat. So I told myself, okay, if I want to do this in Singapore and KL, let's focus on concerts first. That's built the company name. Concerts is, I guess, easier untuk buat kat Singapore KL than events. Because events memang dah ada prominent names kan. For concerts, it's an unlimited market of you can do English artists, Malay artists, Indonesian, Philippine, Thailand, India, China, siapa-siapa you boleh buat kan. So I told myself, okay, for Singapore KL, let's focus on the international acts, mainly from US and UK first. So it's going to be easier for me instead of doing Malaysian, Indonesian, where everyone is already doing. Yeah, so I do my studies and my research as well, and I try to learn from different promoters, organisers on how I can stand out, how can I be unique, and what I can offer to Singapore and KL. Yeah.
Tapi Haris, sudah tentu you belajar benda ni, sebab walaupun kita belajar daripada pengalaman, sudah tentu you ada sifu ataupun you ada sumber rujukan nak bertanya kalau ada apa-apa masalah. I think your team pun matang lah, macam you ambil your staff pun bukan calang-calang orang yang dah berada dalam industri dah lama kan. So tapi you ada tak macam you belajar daripada someone ke, ataupun you mengidolakan someone untuk buat
I wouldn't say I idolize anybody specifically, but of course when I did my events kat Sabah ni, I have to look up to other event organisers lah within Malaysia who are the top. I have to learn from them. Likewise for concerts as well. So when I first started kat Sabah pun memang my Sabahan slang terkeluar. Apa pula. So
tapi tak nampak you cara percakapan you tak nampak Sabah sangat ke?
I boleh switch terus.
Okay, teruskan.
So yelah, you may look at other promoters ke organisers for reference, tapi it's not easy for you to replicate it on ground. On ground is, you cannot call that organizer come help me on ground kan. So basically it's just really planning and learning lah. So when I'm doing my setup ke, when I'm doing my layout ke, when I'm contacting the vendors ke apa, it's really basically every day is learning. So just improve from there lah. Yeah. And personally for me memang I enjoy it. So I don't see it as a macam burden ke, macam macam rasa paksa nak terpaksa. I don't feel forced to do it.
Yelah, buat kerja paksa buat apa? Better
it comes naturally lah. Alhamdulillah, it comes naturally, and I really enjoy it. So apa-apa difficulty ke challenge pun, it's fun lah that it comes, and if you're able to solve it, then rasa macam really like Alhamdulillah, I've unlocked something. Macam when you play a game, dah unlock this thing ke, unlock that thing. So at the moment, I'm still unlocking. It will take many more years to come lah, but it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. I hope that every day there's something new for me to unlock.
Dan akan datang sudah tentu you nak banyak lagi unlock pada masa depan. Tapi siapa lagi yang you nak dalam perancangan, ataupun you nak share macam impian konsert yang you nak buat sangat? Siapa artis?
So untuk next year ni memang we have a nice plan already, a nice lineup of artists yang I was offered to do that I would say are really big. Really big. So I have to exaggerate lah.
Itu je hint dia. Tak nak bagi tahu nama.
So tak senang because I cannot reveal the name now. So
you orang jenis yang memang low
I want to make sure everything goes well, sign, lock, everything good, then we release slowly lah, So my relationship dengan my booking agent for the last 8 months memang solid. So he has prioritized my company and offered us a list of artists which he has not offered to other promoters lah. So we have this exclusive agreement between G Haris and my booking agent. So the list of artists yang I got for next year is really powerful names lah. And we have submitted our offer letter. So I will share that we have submitted our offer letter, but there are other promoters fighting juga. So tengok lah, I really believe in rezeki. But of course we will try our best to make sure that it works out well and that we are able to lock. But I'm really excited for next year sebab it's not just going to be singers, but we are going to expand to more things under events, not just concerts, but more things, which inshallah once everything is planned, I will announce soon lah. So it's just a way for me to really do something different for Singapore and KL, and really bring in names yang I think Singaporeans and Malaysians will enjoy.
So you selitkan tadi perkataan booking agent tu. Okey, kadang-kadang booking agent ni memainkan peranan juga. Kadang-kadang kita pun kena kencing pun ada kan. Booking agent, tapi sometimes macam mana you macam dia orang datang kat you ke, ataupun you cari dia orang ke, macam mana? Sebab kat Malaysia, kat luar negara banyak lah booking agent kan.
Yeah, of course. So when I first started untuk source artis, memang
macam mana you dapat you jumpa dia orang?
So when I first started to nak cari artis, so of course I had a list of booking agents. Some were not reliable, some were okay, and then finally I found one yang personally for me, we have a good relationship. I trust him and he trusts us, and it's been really good the 8 months. And apa yang dia because I've not met him yet, I will meet him during the Akon concert. So apa yang he says, right, so far he has really proven to do it well, to execute and keep to his words. Yeah, so I hope to have a better relationship dengan dia with many more artists in the future lah. And seems like his connection is really good. So there are a lot of promoters kat Singapore and Malaysia that know him as well, but it's just that I guess we were able to work fast with him, and I guess that we are comfortable with him, and dia pun comfortable dengan kita orang juga. So of course kalau dia bagi kita orang artis yang maybe tak sesuai untuk Singapore dengan Malaysia, so we don't take the offer. But of course he still as a businessman, as a booking agent, he still has the rights to offer to other people lah. So we don't stop him for that, because everybody nak cari makan, nak cari rezeki juga, right? So if tak sesuai untuk Singapore, Malaysia, then please proceed to find other promoters to sell your shows. Yeah.
But for me I selalu every week daripada awal selepas PKP kan, orang dah excited tau. I buat podcast pun kadang-kadang melibatkan konsert-konsert, dan every week I think malah weekdays pun ada konsert tau, Haris. So I don't memandangkan macam dia orang ni tak jemu ke daripada PKP, zaman PKP, lepas PKP kan, sebab orang duduk rumah. Betul. Kan, orang dah bosan dekat rumah, tiba-tiba dah boleh keluar, patut organizer buat event ini, konsert bla bla bla. Lepas tu ramai betul Lepas tu macam satu fenomena yang sebelum ni konsert mana laku, Haris? Sebelum PKP I think macam seram sejuk macam tu je. Kadang-kadang tak penuh pun. Ada tapi penuh. Tapi after PKP kita boleh nampak semua venue malah kan ada venue baru kan dekat ZKL apa semua kan dah tak ada macam dulu ada dekat Jalan Sultan Ismail sebelah Hotel Concord tu, KL apa tau nama tempat tu kan?
KL Pit
KL Space ke apa tu? Tu macam tu.
Sebelah EQ
yes. Kan situ kan selalu kat situ kan. So lepas PKP dah banyak tempat-tempat yang orang akan macam every setiap kali ada konsert akan ada dekat situ. So bila dah tempoh dah macam 2-3 tahun selepas PKP, I rasa mula-mulanya I rasa macam orang dah bosan aku dah pergi konsert kan. Tapi sampai sekarang I think setiap hari Minggu, Sabtu Ahad confirm ada.
I mean I guess it's good lah, sebab memang market kat Singapore dan KL memang kuat. And there is spending power juga. So as long as you're able to bring in a strong name yang yang unique untuk Singapore, KL, I believe it will sell. And then the pattern yang I nampak ni untuk international acts, mainly from US ke UK ke maybe even K-pop, they even sell out during weekdays. So now if you do concert on a Monday ke Tuesday ke Wednesday, if the artist is the right artist, then there's still a very high chance of selling out. So I guess it's just the right place to do concerts lah, Singapore dan KL lah.
Ya betul
kan, because there's a good market here. Good venues.
Betul. Macam semalam ada Bruno Mars konsert dekat I think KL Axiata.
Yesterday Axiata
ke Stadium?
The stadium.
I'm not sure.
It's not Axiata. I think it's the stadium.
Tengok weekdays pun I think ramai kot semalam. Bruno Mars kot kan.
Come on, another icon as well,
Dan bercakap pasal Bruno Mars ni, masa dekat Indonesia viralnya bila orang tak puas hati, Haris. Sebab dia buat I think 3 hari ke 2 hari itu. Tapi the first day ramai yang tak puas hati sebab dapat I think tiket VIP, tapi tak puas hati sebab nampak tiket VIP tapi cuma kalau dibayangkan kalau VIP macam ni kan, depan kan. Ni apa kecil je.
Alamak.
Lepas tu dia punya seat seperti mana orang tu macam dia cakap sepatutnya seat tu tak ada kat situ, tak wujud sebab ada halangan, ada pagar ke kat situ kan. So ramai lah tak puas hati. Macam Haris sendiri nak menjamin, orang kata orang datang konsert J Haris ni kira macam puas hati lah. Kan. So you tak nak lah macam tamak. Okay, satu tempat kalau boleh isi stadium tu tempat dengan seat, tempat duduk je kan.
Yeah, so to answer this is number one is like since it's my first time juga kat Singapore KL, so of course you want to find a venue yang senang to atur,
selesa,
yang selesa untuk people, and people are number one, people are already comfortable with that venue, and Megastar is memang a venue yang I think a lot of people are familiar with. Familiar. So you know where you're standing is standard. Everybody knows the lower deck is standing, upper deck is sitting. So it's quite straightforward lah. You know, it's not macam you're doing kat National Stadium where there's so many different category, and you know it's not easy to pull off. So which is why myself and my company, kita orang we don't want to straight away jump into something big, and let's start small and slowly pick it up. So likewise for Singapore juga, Arena at Expo Hall 7 ni is a new venue kat Expo that is customized untuk concerts. So memang they have it's an empty hall, but there's a standing area kat belakang, ada tempat duduk which is already elevated. So it's unique lah. So wherever you are, you will have a nice view as well. Likewise for Megastar.
I think viral juga dekat Brunei Mas tu. I think dia menyanyi lagu Melayu.
Kat mana? Indonesia?
Dekat Indonesia.
I think I saw.
Oh, ya.
Yeah.
I tak tahulah dekat Malaysia macam mana. Tunggulah 2-3 jam lagi sebab semalam berlangsungnya. Haris tak pergi konsert.
No, didn't go.
Tapi you sebagai promoter sudah tentu you kena pergi ke konsert ni untuk bukan untuk berhibur. Betul. Tapi untuk belajar.
Yeah, so sebelum ni actually I've never been to a concert.
Haris good. Aku macam tak pernah dia macam nak masuk konsert, jumpa konsert. You tak pernah kan?
I'm not the type to actually to be honest, I've never really going for events. I don't really like going for concerts. Kan? And then when I started doing it, then yes lah, once in a while you have to go and see.
Once in a while
Yeah, to learn.
Terpaksa ke tu?
You know, not so terpaksa, but more to like going there to just understand, but not really for the concert lah.
Untuk observation.
So
untuk observe.
I guess once in a while I would go to learn. But personally for me, I'm not someone who enjoys watching concerts lah. You know, I'm the type that really likes to maybe stay at home more, smaller group. I don't really like crowded places so much. But of course, during my events and my concerts, I have to switch mode lah. I can switch mode to the organizer, to the promoter, where I have to be talking to people, layan people all the time. So you know, I'm able to make that switch. But personally, for me, if you ask me, I like to just chill in smaller places, less crowded places lah. But it's important, of course, it's important. So me and my team so far, kita orang dah site visit to most of the venues already kat Singapore, kat KL, already did our work, and we will plan accordingly which artist will suit which venue lah. So so the back end work has been done already in terms of going to venue ke apa ke, so that is all done.
Okay, cakap pasal konsert yang you pernah attend untuk belajar. Konsert mana yang you dah pernah attend? Luar negara?
No, Sabah only, within Sabah. So I started my concerts kat Sabah kan last year November. So sebelum my concert yang Armada Ungu, I think there were 1 or 2 concerts before my concerts kat Sabah, different organizer. So I went and then I just learned from there, and then I understood already lah. Actually it's quite straightforward juga lah. Nothing really so complicated, depending on the venues juga. Of course if you go to Axiata ke, if you go to National Stadium ke, then of course you have to look at past concerts lah to understand the layout, stage and this and that all.
Tahun ni I think banyak juga konsert-konsert yang membuatkan I buka mata.
Banyak betul.
Which is kalau nak buat konsert kena ada konsep. You know, contoh konsert M. Nasir baru-baru ni, ada konsert yang I think bawah Imantang apa dia punya syarikat apa lupa, tapi Imantang I think Akon, yes, Akon. Nama pun Akon. So dia ambil nama-nama Akon je.
He is very iconic.
Yes.
Mr. Imam.
So kita orang pernah temu balik kalau dia cakap pasal kejayaan sebuah konsert tu berdasarkan pada konsep, dan penonton-penonton juga macam eager tu, macam nak ikut konsep tu. Contoh lah.
Visuals.
Yes, visual. penonton-penonton kena pakai baju-baju tema, you know. What do you think about that? Macam setiap konsert nak kena ada konsep. Yeah.
So if you ask me about concepts first, I wouldn't say I have so much experience in concept lah. Sebelum ni Armada dengan Ungu punya concert was quite straightforward, quite basic. Ideas were given by the band punya management semua, and then now transitioning to Akon. Of course Akon bila dia pergi tour, there'll be a certain standard rider yang kita orang kena ikut, the same kind of setting that he will have for all the different country punya show. So in terms of concept, I have not really had experience in terms of planning a whole new concept, not yet, but inshallah it will be coming soon when the time is right. For now we are strictly following apa technical riders yang given by the management, by the team, and we follow that lah. Yeah.
So cuma kalau bila kita kata you are as a promoter, you kena ikut management ataupun dia orang punya prosedur ataupun konsep yang ditetapkan. Sebab mungkin dah ada macam dari segi berapa buah lagu, segmen apa. Bukan kita yang tetapkan kan. Sebab you guys je bawa dia orang, dan dia orang macam
we follow their technical rider lah. In terms of stage design, design and all, there's certain things that we have to follow.
So this one
try to
Akon ni macam tour concert or what?
Yeah, so he's coming. Dia baru habis his tour kat North America and Europe, which was a huge success because I think Akon he's going on tour lepas more than maybe a decade ke 10 years, and you know dia dah tukar management and rebranding ke macam tu. So it was a huge success yang North America dengan Europe punya tour. And then the next step is to announce the Asia tour lah. So like I mentioned, he's going to India, China, Nepal, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines.
So setiap konsert adalah benda yang sama, which is dari segi lagu, rangkaian lagu ke macam mana?
I guess untuk set list tu memang there will be a certain set list that the artist will sing. I mean a certain set list that he will follow, but I mean it's up to him juga on the day whether he wants to change ke, he wants to do something different ke, surprise ke, you know. It's really up to the artist jugalah. Yeah, in terms of setting, depends on the different country punya venue, then they will follow their own settings lah. Yeah.
Tapi kan, I pernah borak-borak lah dengan orang dalam dekat konsert konsert David Foster hari tu yang buat dekat Megastar Arena juga.
Okay.
Yang ada Tok T dalam tu kan.
Okay.
So I borak dengan dia. I bukan cakap apa, I cakap, you guys tak terfikir ke nak bawa Adele ke, kan? Artis-artis yang macam kalau orang datang salah 1 minit jual tiket dah habis, gone, sold out. Kan? So kalau misal katalah I nak tanya pendapat peribadi you as a promoter kan, bayaran pun mahal lah. Macam kita I think benda yang pertama sekali orang fikir adalah kau nak bawa Adele ke dalam kat Malaysia ni, kau kena ada berapa juta million.
I think way more than that.
Nak sewa hotel I dengar cerita kalau nak bawa you satu level kosong. Kalau artis ternama lah, kalau dia nak duduk hotel tu, satu level biar kosong, dia ambil dia seorang je. I dengar lah, tapi tak tahulah betul ke tak kan. Lepas tu nak sewa jet peribadi, nak sewa, itu baru nak bawa datang, tak tahu lagi kos dia berapa kan.
So since you cakap pasal Adele,
adakah Adele yang you target?
No. It's not. There are certain artists yang kita orang boleh target, tapi it's still not easy tau. Like maybe you say like, okay lah, call Adele lah. Tapi if Adele is not going on tour ke, it's not going to be easy. Sometimes the artists macam international artists, they don't want to fly for a one-off show because rugi. Might as well, if they are coming to Malaysia, might as well they go to whole of Asia, one shot buat diorang punya tour all the countries. Then it's more worth it for the artist juga kan. And if you call them for a one-off show, you have to pay even more lah, I guess. And then artist fee is one, production, venue, so many other things lah. So memang costing dia is very very high lah. But depending on the artist, of course, you bring in not as big as Adele, and of course cheaper lah. Depending on your budget, of course, and the availability of the artist juga.
Tapi kalau dia datang pun, I think tunggu Asia Tour lah kot.
I guess so.
Kan.
So a few of the artists yang kita orang approach juga, they also don't want to come for one off. They don't want to just come to Malaysia or Singapore. They want to do a proper whole Asia tour. Yeah, so okay, but those artists that we approach yang wants to do that, management is aware of Jiharis Entertainment lah. So when that Asia tour happens, insyaAllah it comes to us lah, insyaAllah.
Haris, kita nak imbau balik zaman you mula jadi artis apa semua.
Alright.
I think tak banyak pun podcast nak correct cerita you. Ceritalah sikit. Macam mana?
Sebelum ni I've not been to any podcast juga. I was invited, but when I tell myself
kenapa you tak pergi?
Why am I going for the podcast for? There's not a new song ke, not a new drama ke, no new product ke, this and that. Only recently sebab I started my events and my concerts. I've been doing events and concerts, and now there's a reason for me to join lah podcast. I'm really thankful, grateful for apa-apa platform, opportunity, exposure yang I dapat now. Before this, I think Malaysia media industry and entertainment industry has been really kind to me lah, alhamdulillah. And now is the time for me to join mana-mana platforms I get is to push myself, to push my company, and hopefully ada impact yang positive towards my company, because this is what I want to focus on now, which is my events, my concerts.
Tapi kalau podcast ni dia borak je, santai-santai.
Yalah.
Okay, imbas balik you punya career dalam bidang nyanyian dulu-dulu. Mungkin anak-anak zaman Gen Z sekarang nak tahu. Okay, where it started?
So back in 2013 kan I started with the
2013
singing competition at Singapore, and then I was a bit active in Singapore, and then
masa tu you based dekat Singapore?
Singapore, and then lepas tu dapat banyak offer lah from directors, composers, producers to come to Malaysia to work on some demos, to do some castings, and then alhamdulillah I slowly made the move and did my first telemovie Cinta Viral dengan Elvira Loy as the lead. So I was very shocked and surprised, because I think maybe not a lot of people tahu yang actually I'm not Malay, and it's so difficult for me to talk Malay tau. And I'm quite surprised that I'm able to talk a lot of Malay during this podcast.
You're not Malay, and then you punya susu galuh apa?
So my dad is Pakistani. My mum is Pakistani Chinese.
Tak ada sikit pun.
No.
Tapi bila kata Haris Baba ni, orang yang macam Haris Baba.
So I'm the first yang to marry a Malay lah, because my wife dia Sabahan Malaysian. She's Dusun mix got Malay blood, right? So when I first made the move to KL, memang susah lah talking in Malay.
Masa tu
in Singapore during primary school, secondary school, memang I belajar Melayu. Tapi during Malay class pun I'm talking English, and then I just pass, fail dengan pass lah. And then during my SPM kat Singapore, dia panggil O-levels kan. So I was the only student yang from normal Malay, I ambil basic Malay. So basic Malay tu dia macam primary school Malay punya standard lah. And it was so difficult for me. So when I came to KL, of course I have dreams and ambitions to to buat acting, to buat singing. I enjoy it lah. So I got my first role, and it was hard for me to adapt to the language, but slowly like not rushing into it, and not macam in a way yang macam nak compete dengan siapa-siapa juga, just following my pace and just slowly trying to improve. And of course whatever opportunities I dapat is important for me to learn and grow juga kan. But for singing it's easier sebab singing you just have to memorize the lyrics and then work on the accent lah. So from Singapore moved to KL, and then slowly started doing the telemovies, dramas, and then alhamdulillah got the chance to sign dengan Warner Music dengan Faithful Music. So of course a huge shout out to Faizal Tahir, to Mike Chan yang took me into Faithful Music. Huge shout out as well to Uprising Entertainment, Afdal, and then Marina Juki as well that took me in, and then Warner Music Malaysia juga, to Darren, to Anne, the whole team. So it's all thanks to them juga lah that I was able to make a small name for myself here in Malaysia.
So berapa tahun you berada dalam industri?
I think maybe
2013 sampai
COVID lah.
Sampai COVID.
Yeah, so since COVID, but then there was a period where I changed label, changed management, and things kind of slowed down for me over there. So then COVID came, and then COVID really stopped everything lah.
Yes.
So when COVID came, memang I already told myself that okay, COVID is there was the period where everybody had to fly back, lockdown kan. So I told myself, okay lah, there were good opportunities coming for me to, you know, even though after I changed label, changed management, things slowed down. Slowly the offers were coming for me to maybe inshallah build my name again. Then it was so difficult sebab COVID, and then I know I cannot stay in KL. If I stay in KL, I'll be stuck there. So I had to fly back to Sabah lah. Yeah, and then I had to mentally prepare myself that okay, I have to take a break from this entertainment line. Yeah.
Dari segi lagu, berapa lagu semua sekali yang you pernah?
I had 4 songs lah.
4 song.
Yeah.
Yang paling memberi kesan dan juga bermakna
the first single lah, Katakan.
Katakan.
Katakan was really I think was really iconic lah. I mean,
nanti kita search lagu tu. Tapi bagi apa, belanja sikit. Katakan tu sikit.
Tiada apa lagi perlu ku katakan, karena kau tahu semua, tak pernah ku berahsia.
Baru ingat. Tu lagu popular.
So alhamdulillah it was it hit number 1 juga on Era, on Hot
zaman tu.
Yeah, back then lah. And I think thanks to Warner, thanks to the whole team yang really pushed the song and really did so much for me lah. Yeah.
Kenangan juga bila lama tak jumpa, so terimbau lah kenangan.
Of course there were ups, there were downs. I had my fair share of success, of fun, of downfall as well. But I guess this is part and parcel of being in this industry. You know, it's really not easy untuk. That's why salute to all the actors, singers out there yang, you know, is
yang bertahan sampai sekarang.
Yeah, maintain their name, because every day there is newcomers, and then if you disappear for a while, you kena catch up balik. So of course, for myself, when I'm in Sabah, it's always Sabah KL. If I'm not able to stay in KL fully, it's not easy. So yeah lah, salute to everyone who has maintained their names. There are a lot of other actors and singers juga yang also badly affected during COVID, and maybe now I don't even see them. So yeah lah, it's not easy to sustain dengan maintain lah, you know, especially in Malaysia, which is why I told myself, like, you know, when things were slowing down, what is the backup plan? I guess I did not fully depend on the singing and the acting. I told myself that okay, I need to think of something else, because if you cannot sustain, then you're going to lose out. So alhamdulillah for this events dengan concerts lah. Yeah, I think I've seen a few people yang totally just gone, disappeared, and I don't know what they're doing now, but it's sad to see that lah. It's sad that some people maybe cannot find a backup plan. Yeah.
At least you masih ada lagi.
I'm not saying tau macam I ni dah apa ke sekarang ke, dah besar ke. No, it's every day is still learning, still growing. But I'm thankful for the change that I've made. I'm thankful for the opportunities that I've got. And yeah lah, just trying to work on it and doing the best that I can to make it bigger and better.
At least nama Haris Barber tu masih lagi ada berada, walaupun dari belakang tabir.
So sekarang ni I guess like how I look at it, maybe I'm doing a comeback now, tapi a comeback as a promoter and organizer. So it's nice lah. I'm going to be 33 years old. I got 3 kids.
3 kids now?
Yeah, 3 kids. So
wow. Berapa orang lelaki, perempuan? 2
girls and 1 boy. So girl. 7, 6 dengan 4 years old.
Sulung berapa?
Sulung
maksudnya the first
first is 7 years old. Then second 6, third is 4 years old. 4 years old, sorry, not 4 years old. 4 years old. So yeah lah. At this age, I feel like it's a nice comeback, and then it's a good time for me to engage my ex-managers ke, contacts with the radios ke, this and that, to help me, support me, to push my events and concerts lah. So I'm thankful for this lah. Yeah.
So you tak nak buat lagu ke lepas ni, ada perancangan?
Good question, yeah. So sekarang ni that I'm doing events and concerts kan.
Okay.
So of course for me it helps lah, you know, it helps that being an ex-actor ke, singer ke, public figure ke apa, it helps with what I'm doing now, which is the events and concerts, because I guess a lot of people come on board because they trust you or your name or your company. It helps, and then my contacts with my ex-managers ke, radios ke, TVs, it's easier because alhamdulillah they come and support. So of course in the future, kalau I have an offer to make a comeback as an actor ke, singer ke, a good opportunity, a good offer that can impact myself, grow my name and my company, then definitely inshallah I want to do it lah. I think it's the right thing to do lah kan, because events and concerts pun I cannot be doing it all year round for the next how many years, maybe concert pun I just focus on maybe 2 ke 3 yang big names, events one or two, and then eventually of course things will slow down. It's not going to be every single year boleh up all the way. There will be a time where you need to take a break ke. Maybe the trend for in the market has changed. Maybe events has slowed down, concerts has slowed down. You never know, right?
Yeah, betul.
So maybe during that period is when I can transition back into doing something else. But yeah, as of now, I cannot really plan anything. But if an offer atau opportunity comes, then if it's good, then I should do it, right? Yeah.
Kalau ada lagu bagus, why not?
Yeah.
Masa konsert Armada Ungu hari tu, ini last year kan?
Last year November.
Last year November.
Yeah.
So pengalaman ataupun sambutan penonton-penonton?
Alhamdulillah. I think my first concert Armada we had.
Is it Singapore, right?
Sabah.
Sabah.
Yeah.
Sabah.
So Armada had about 4,500 packs.
Wow.
Ungu had about 4,700 packs. And looking at all the concerts kat Sabah, no offense to anybody, but I really saw that Armada and Ungu were the only two concerts that I think were really successful and were full house.
Wow.
Whole hall was full house. Depan sampai belakang, kiri sampai kanan.
Wow. Success lah.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. I went to a few concerts kat Sabah. I'm not going to name which concerts lah. I went to a few yang standing punya cat kat belakang really empty, totally empty.
Tapi orang Sabah suka entertainment.
Yeah, but it was new for Sabah sebab Sabah ni people are not used to buying tickets on the website tau. So 70% of my ticket sales came from physical tickets. So I saw this problem. So lucky my team is strong where we do our on ground promo all over Sabah tau. Tawau lah, Sampurna lah, mana-mana lah. So on ground team that goes and sell the physical tickets, and I guess we really spend a lot on marketing. Yeah, so for people to really see. But of course, when we get the report, we know lah how many from website, how many from physical. So when I went to the few concerts before my concert, then I saw this problem. Then I realized, okay, I need to do something about it, because I was quite scared when I saw that big names coming to Sabah, tapi sad to say the standing cat kat belakang tu is kosong. Like really kosong, and I was shocked and scared, and then that's why I told myself that okay, I need to really step up the game and do something strong for my concert. So Alhamdulillah that Armada and Ungu, no offense to whoever lah ke apa concert, but this is the reality. This is the reality which we have to face and accept lah. I'm not saying that my concerts are going to be success all the way. Eventually I will reach a time where I will face difficulties and challenges in this, but it's part and parcel juga. Right? It's part and parcel of having ups and downs. So I was thankful and grateful that Armada and Ungu really, I think, had a very big and positive impact for Sabahans. Yeah.
Lepas tu ada tak you menerima respon ataupun maklum malas daripada from the audience yang datang untuk dia kata okay, bawa orang lain pula?
Banyak. So after Armada dengan Ungu, memang a lot of people yang request untuk G Haris bawa a lot of other artists lah. But it's not easy juga, because my last year was spent one whole year with the 5 events back to back, and then I really had the mindset that I want to come to Singapore and KL. So for now, I want to focus kat Singapore, KL. Once okay, and then I will slowly contribute back to Sabah jugalah. Yeah. But I hope siapa-siapa yang tengok ni nanti drone lah go and hantar me ke cakap say this ke say that ke.
Haris jangan takut.
It's just the reality lah.
Ya, betul. Okay, nampaknya sekian dulu podcast kita berkenaan dengan konsert Akon. So Budi pun tak sabar nak tengok juga konsert ni, yang mana J Haris Entertainment akan InsyaAllah akan sukses dengan kutipan tiket-tiket yang akan dijual nanti. Mungkin another promo lain yang you mungkin pergi ke radio.
Yeah, so right now kan with my media and radio partners, Astro Gempa, then there is Era, Sinar, Hits, Mix, Raga. So eventually I think my marketing team will also hook me up with radio interviews, and then all the partners will be doing their postings as well and helping me to push this concert lah. So it's gonna be in the upcoming schedules lah. Yeah.
Okey, akhir kata daripada Haris Baba, mungkin ada pesanan untuk penonton.
So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you lah to everyone yang supported me since day one, since I was doing my acting and singing. I hope that you guys will continue to support me in my journey with doing events and concerts, and I'm thankful for each and every upcoming platform ke, exposure ke, opportunity for me to push myself again, to push my company name, to push my events and concerts. Likewise for this podcast. Thank you so much, bang. And there's so much more that will be coming up from me. So stay tuned for that. Do follow me and G Haris on IG for any upcoming updates and info lah. And Akon is going to be coming this November, so get your tickets soon.
Ticket
Get
to
your
you.com.
tickets now. Actually, get your tickets now. For Singapore is at Sistik. For Malaysia kat ticket to you lah.
Tiket harganya berpatutan. Thank you so much, Haris.
Thank you.
Okay, kita jumpa lagi di lain masa. Podcast Borak Sini habis sini mengundur diri. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.